Hi there, this is Chris Rochford with Exit Realty Nexus. I'm here today to talk about agency relationships in real estate transactions. With this, we have a standard form that is used that is called Agency Relationships in Real Estate Transactions. In this, it's just telling you that according to Minnesota law, we as real estate brokers or salesperson need to discuss with you as a consumer what type of agency representation or relationship you desire. And as a result of that, they created this form to help us track that yes, we have had that conversation, and no, we have not had that conversation in that. So when you sign this form, you are acknowledging that you have been presented the information of the 4 different types of agency relationship and the fiduciary duties that go with those. So that's important. When you don't choose, the default representation is a facilitator, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. As always, if you have any questions related to real estate and or agency, please feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer any and all questions you have related to real estate. So here in this section, we're going to go through the first three pieces of representation types. So the first one is the seller's and or landlord's broker, in which case all fiduciary duties that we'll discuss in a little bit belong to the seller and or landlord. The second type of relationship is the buyer's and or tenant's broker, in which case all fiduciary duties reside with the buyers and or tenants. The third type is dual agency. Dual agency occurs when one broker or salesperson represents both parties of a transaction, or when 2 salespersons licensed at the same broker each represent a party in the same transaction. Dual agency requires informed consent, and dual agency also requires the agency not to act in the detriment of the other party. The fourth type is a facilitator. This is also your default relationship, and under the fiduciary duties, the only duty that the broker or salesperson owes you is the duty of confidentiality. However, when you hire a facilitator to work with you, that is done contractually. You're hiring them to do a specific task for a specific fee, and so forth. This back section on page 2 here talks about the fiduciary duties that were mentioned before. There are 6 of them. We have loyalty, obedience, disclosure, confidentiality, reasonable care, and accounting, all of which is defined within this form because it is defined within the state law. And so you'll want to take a moment to familiarize yourself with that. And then the last section of this form is actually on all Minnesota real estate contracts. And this is the notice regarding predatory offender information. We as a licensed professional cannot give out the information in regards to the location of a predatory offender. However, we can give you the information and the resources for you to be able to look that up yourself so that you can make the best decision for you and or your family. That is, in a nutshell, agency relationships in Minnesota. If you have any questions or any real estate related questions, please feel free to connect with us. You can connect with me socially at the following locations. You can connect with me via email, phone, or via the brokerage. Again, this is Chris Rocheford with Exit Realty, and I'm proudly licensed in Minnesota.